It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Sunday, January 8th. I'm Michael Groff. The weather pattern here in the southwest will start to change as we go through the upcoming week. But in the short term, partly to mostly cloudy skies, more of the same, a bit warmer today, and maybe some rain to talk about as well. Let's get out there and look at it this morning. Here at 6:30 a.m. in Phoenix, 54 degrees right now at Sky Harbor Airport. Dew points at 35, relative humidity 50%. The winds are calm, the barometer is rising. Temperatures around the area this morning, 42 in Maricopa, 43 Buckeye, 47 Litchfield Park, but some parts of the urban core are in the 50s. Here at Arcadia, where I do these videos from, it's 47 this morning, so temps all over the board right now. Speaking of that, look at these temperatures across the country. In the deep freeze, in the deep south, 14 degrees in Huntsville, Alabama this morning. It's in the teens in places like Birmingham, Jackson, Mississippi, Tupelo, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, parts of East Texas. It's down in the 20s in North Florida this morning. So it's very cold out there in much of the nation, well below zero in the Dakotas, Minnesota, and back through parts of Montana and into Canada. Meanwhile, here in the southwest, not too bad by comparison. On the satellite picture, clouds streaming through the area. Mid and high-level clouds will continue. There's even a few rain and snow showers in northeast and east central Arizona this morning. On the watch warning map, those areas in dark violet there, those are hard freeze warnings across the deep south. The darker blue areas, freeze warnings as well. So from South Texas all the way east through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, in the deep freeze. Out here in the west, winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, avalanche warnings, flash flood warnings, any kind of warning you can imagine related to winter weather and heavy rain. We've got it from Central California on northward. On the convective outlook, no organized areas of severe weather today, though some thunder possible in central and northern California as well as the Oregon coast. As far as our weather goes, let's talk about it in more detail as we get out to the models. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today. Same old pattern going on across North America, and that is a blocking pattern. Huge ridge over Alaska and the Aleutian Islands. Underneath that, very fast-moving westerly flow, undercutting that. And these vigorous short wave systems that move on through help to interact with quite a bit of moisture. And so from the Central California coast on northward, they've just been pummeled by rain and mountain snows for a couple of weeks now, and that's just going to continue. Around here, flat ridging building on in. So partly to mostly cloudy skies today here in the valley, and high temperatures a bit warmer. The lower 8,000 feet of the atmosphere or so finally going to see some significant warming today. So we feel high temperatures should climb into the low 70s. Tonight, partly cloudy skies continue, and lows will be very mild, again, mid-40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, a dampened short wave, a little piece of that energy will move through the southwest states. Most of the dynamics stay to the north of Arizona. This is not an impressive system per se, but there's enough moisture that we could see some isolated showers here in the valley, especially tomorrow afternoon. And that's when the best dynamics will be coming through, so a 20% chance of rain. It'll be cloudy tomorrow. I'll show you the high-res NAM. This is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. It indicates maybe some sprinkles or very light showers here. Nothing to get too wild about. And then by late in the afternoon, this is 5 p.m. off the NAM. Again, some isolated showers around. But even if we see rain, we're not talking about a whole lot. A couple hundredths of an inch at best. On Tuesday, that moves off to the east. Partly sunny skies return to the valley. High temps, mainly upper 60s. On Wednesday, we continue, partly sunny, upper 60s to about 70. Some rain on the Southern California coast. On Thursday, the overall weather pattern across North America begins to evolve a bit. That blocking pattern starts to shift a bit with high pressure over Alaska, retrograding back towards Siberia. Vigorous short waves start to move around the western periphery of the polar vortex down the west coast and through the Intermountain West. And so a pretty sharp trough will start to invade the southwest states during that time. Clouds will be back on the increase and some rain possible across northern Arizona, maybe some mountain snows. I think we stay dry Thursday, but by Thursday night, we may have a small chance of rain. Friday, the GFS keeps most of the precipitation north of Phoenix, but still enough to call for a slight chance of rain if that verified. But let me show you the European. The European has been more aggressive with this trough and indicating more moisture associated with it, so better rain chances here in the southwest. It's also showing a colder and more dynamic system, and some of the other models are on board with this as well. So we'll watch this very carefully because the end of the week could turn out to be rather interesting. Cold and possibly unsettled here in the southwest. This is Saturday. That low off the GFS continues to drop south and starts to eventually cut off across Mexico. In that scenario, we'd be partly sunny, relatively dry here, maybe some rain over southeast Arizona, big precipitation chances, rain, snow, just a mess for places like Texas and Oklahoma and points eastward. And this is a week from today, Sunday, January 15th. And again, that low sitting over Mexico. In this scenario, we'd be cool and dry, but I'll tell you that some of the other models indicate that more energy will be back here over Arizona for better rain chances. We'll just have to see how it plays out. For now, it just looks like partly sunny skies, temperatures near normal, mid to upper 60s. This is Monday, January 16th. The GFS shows more energy dropping through the Intermountain West. Unfortunately, we're on the western side of that, which means we'd be dry if this were to be right. But temperatures would be back below normal, low 60s or so. And then this is the end of the forecast period, Tuesday, January 17th. And if this is right, we would have generally seasonal temperatures, looks fairly dry. Again, high temps, mid-60s to about 70. But there's still quite a bit of disagreement out here. Obviously, when we're talking about 10 days out, you're throwing darts. Who knows? All right, temperatures off the European ensemble through the period. Low 70s today, if this is right. And I think there's a chance we could even be warmer than that. And then a bit cooler. High temps getting below normal by the end of the week for sure. And if this verifies, of course, and then a gradual warming trend thereafter. And that's a look at the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video back here tomorrow morning. Thanks as always so much for watching. Have a terrific Sunday.